Sometimes in planning, it requires that you have a daily page. Today, I want to set up a daily page that I can use for some of those busy days in January. Well, hi everyone, I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today I want to finish up our series where we're creating our OneNote planners for 2024 together. I was taking the approach of going very slow, chunk by chunk, and getting each step of the way set up for you guys so that you could plan along with me. If you would like to check out the entire playlist for the 2024 planner, I will leave a link up above. It starts with everything from how to create a notebook looking background for you to use in your planner, up through creating new sections for year-long tasks or collections, projects, goals, and then monthly sections. And in those monthly sections, there's a video on doing a weekly setup, on doing monthly important pages, and now our daily page. So it's quite an extensive list, but hopefully if you've been planning along with me, you are up to date and everything is going fine. If you have been planning with me, please leave me a comment and let me know. That really is a wonderful way for us to learn from each other and for me to know that what I am sharing with you here online is helpful for you. Okay? Also, you can drop a comment with any question that you might have. That also is a great way to reach out. Speaking of reaching out, did you know that subscribing is free? And YouTube likes it when I have new subscribers. So if you find something that you like today, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. It only helps me out as a content creator. Okay? So liking, subscribing, and leaving comments are the best way that you can help any YouTube video creator that you enjoy watching. All right? Okay, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the computer, and I want to show you my daily page for January. Okay, well, you can see here on my screen, I have already set this page up. I wanted to do a deconstruction of this page or a reverse engineering of this page so that you guys could see that if you like something that you see online, maybe after watching this video, it would be very helpful for you to be able to break it down into its components, okay? So I'm going to start up here in the far left-hand corner, and I am going to work my way across the page and show you the elements that are in there and how I put those together. Okay? All right, I hope you guys like this way of doing it. It's a little bit different than I've done the last couple weekly videos, but again, I wanted you to be able to dissect something that you might see that you might like in the future. Okay? All right, well, let's start out with this background back here. You see I have this green notebook background with my links across the top and my links down the side. Again, if you've been following along, you know exactly how I did that in PowerPoint. There's a link to that in the video descriptions. I will leave that for you. So far, I'm liking the way that it's working out for me. I kind of like that long landscape with no divider in the middle. It really helps me not break up my pages, which I think is kind of great. So we'll see how it goes along. You know, I do change things up quite a bit, but so far I'm liking this. Okay? All right, so way up here in the top left-hand corner is the name of the page, and right now this says January Daily Template, and you can change that name, and when you change that name, let's say if I want to take out the word template, you know, you'll see over here on the right hand side in the pages list that that name changes as well. Okay, so let's put that back. I got rid of the date and the time when this page was created underneath of that page title because I think it makes a cleaner look on my page. I did put my name here so I know this is one of my pages. And then you see I have a graphic right here. This graphic is the word January and a snowflake. me move it over here into this working space so that you can see. I basically took two graphics and I copied both of them and pasted them as a picture, so they basically combined the two graphics together to make one graphic. For me, that's a little easier to move around on the page, especially for something like this that is a title that I know that I'm going to be wanting to use on multiple pages. Okay. All right, the stickers that you see me using today are from DCP Digitals. They were from a free download that I got last January, I believe, and I just think they're really cute and they're simple and I love the colors, so I decided to go and use them again this year. All right. All right, now moving down the page, you see here this next box says today and daily schedule. So again, let me pull this whole box, this whole container over here so that you can see exactly what it is. Okay, and basically all I did here is I created a 2-column table by going up to the table feature or insert columns. You know, it's funny, in OneNote, there are always so many different ways to do things. I like to show you the most direct way using the ribbon bars and that kind of thing. But you know, there's hotkeys for everything, there's shortcuts for everything. But sometimes I just like to show you the way that it's done from the ribbon bar so that it's easier to follow, okay? All right, so let me show you how I created this. Very simply, put it back in its little place over here. Very simply, all I did is I'm going to go out here and work in this space on the side, and I'm going to go up to the insert menu and insert a table, and it's going to be a 2-column table by, you know, however many lines that you need. And all I did here is I started typing in the numbers of the hours that I might want. Now, you might be somebody who needs the half an hour, so you could do 11:30 and 12 if you wanted, and 12:30, and so on and so on, you know, to get all of the times of the day that you want. And then I simply made this one a little bit wider so that I had a space to put the activity or the appointment that I needed to do there. Okay, so let's say I want to do some table shading on this. I can go in here and select, let's say 9, and then I also want, so I want every other one. I can hold down my control key and hit 11 and 12 and so on and so on, and you see it highlights those. Then I can right click, go to table, shading all the way down here at the bottom, and I can choose whatever color I want. In this case I happen to use gray, but you know, I could do it a light blue if I wanted, anything like that. It doesn't matter. And then that table is ready to go. Okay, now I do have the word daily schedule and a sticker that says today outside of this particular table. How did I do that? Well, put your cursor in the top cell and just hit the enter key, and you will see that it will create space outside of that table. It will move that table down and give you some space. So then I could type daily schedule. Like so, if I could spell it correctly. And then, you know, you can format this however you want. You know, you can change your font if you want. You can change your color if you want. You can, you know, put it in the middle if you'd like. You know, any of those formatting things that you want to do to that text, you can do that. Okay. All right. Now to get the sticker in there, let me go over to my January stickers and I'll show you where that today sticker came from. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to search for January, and here are my stickers. And again, these are free from DCP Digitals, and there is the word today. And so I'm going to click on that and I will copy that and I'll take it back to this, and I will put my cursor right up here at the top and I will do Control V to paste it, and then there's the word today. Okay. All right. So you see this kind of lines up with that box that I already had. All right. So very simple to do, 2-column table, adding some things on top or above that 2-column table. Okay. All right, let's get rid of this. All right, and then the next thing that you see here is another one of those stickers from DCP Digital's. Cute little black cat, because I have quite a few black cats. Today's plan, sleep all day. Don't we wish, right? All right. The next thing that you see in this next kind of center section of the page here are some icons that I created in PowerPoint. Again, I will leave a video linked up above about how I created these icons. This one for me is for sunrise. This one is for sunset. And then I created weather icons as well. So sun, partly sunny, cloudy, rainy, and snow. If you can't tell by the way I'm dressed today, it is pretty cold where I am, and they are calling for snow this weekend. I hope it does not come. Anyway, so I just added those icons there. They come in as a graphic. So as a graphic, you know, you can do resizing, anything that you want with them. And I just put them at the very top, side by side. I keep all of those in my year-long section. Let's see. I go up here and search for icons. Here are my notebooks and icons that I brought into my 2024 section. So you can see here some of the crazy icons that I have created. So there's my weather icons. There are some moods, which you'll see in a minute, and the numbers 1 through 10 for either steps or how much hours you slept, or something like that. You could use the 1 through 10 for a lot of things. Fruits and vegetables for those good servings. Hydration dots. I even made a little chart here for hydration and how many steps I took, how much sleep I got, and how many fruits and vegetables. And then I have a I rate this in case I'm doing books or videos or audiobooks or something like that. And then my housekeeping icons that I have here. All right. So you can see they're just graphics with text boxes under them. And I just think they're cute and add something special. So all I would do is take this and copy it and take it back to the page that I'm working on in January. And again, I'll paste over here on the side. And there we have our graphic for the weather. All right. And these are nothing special. They are just graphics that already exist in PowerPoint. All you have to do is capture them, arrange them on the page the way you would like, and save them as a graphic. And there you go. Okay. Underneath the weather, over here, you will see that I have a little text box, and this is for me to record the time of sun up and sundown, and then also a place to record the weather for the day. So 51 and 32 sunny is not the forecast for today for sure. I think we're going to maybe hit a high of 30 today. Whew. Anyway, I digress. Let's keep going. All right, the next thing down is actually redundant. I don't need this anymore. This was originally created for my cleaning zone, what zone I might be working on, and my cleaning lists across the top. You see now that I have taken these and I have put them up here in those tabs across the top. So this page actually, or this section, this little graphic can go away. So I'm simply going to hit the delete button and get rid of that. Okay? Which leads me to this next big container that you see down here. All right. This container is one of my nested tables. So let me show you how I did that. All right. I'm going to click over here on the side. So again, I'm over there in the working space, and I am going to insert a table, and that table is going to be 2 columns wide. And I want 1, 2, 3, let's say 5, because I can always get rid of them if I don't need them. And that will give me this little column table to work in over here. All right. All I did was, this happens to be a nested, this is a 2-column table right here. So what I did is I clicked in this top cell, and again, I said insert column, or insert table, I'm sorry, and I want a 1-column table by 2 rows, okay? And that nests this little table inside of there, okay? Then I can write in there top 3 priorities, Okay. And then in this section down here, I can label them 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Oops. 1, 2, and 3. And then I have a place for my top priorities. And again, all I can do in here is table shading if I want to do that, to get this one gray and this one to be blue. Okay. All right. The next thing that I did is I jumped over here and I wrote the word mood and energy. Okay, like so. And then I came down here and hit enter a time or two. I went back to that year-long graphic page and I picked up my energy and my 1 through 10. So shift and collect those two. And I'm going to copy those and bring them back to January. And I'm going to paste them on the side for now so that I have them. But I'm going to grab this one, I'm going to cut it again, and I'm going to come up here and hit paste. Okay? And then I'm going to come down to the next cell and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut this goofy face and I'm going to go down here and I'm going to paste. And it puts that graphic right in that table. Now, why is that important? Well, it keeps them from moving around and getting shifted when things, are added or changed to the page. So I kind of like that. It just kind of keeps things neat and in order. And I really like that. All right. Now I'm going to leave this space blank right here. So that if I have other priorities or other things that I need to note, I have that space to do it. And then I'm going to come down here to the bottom and in this cell right here, so I'm going to click in the cell that I want and I'm going to go up here to insert a table that I want to be one column and let's say 7 things long and say okay. And again, that gives me a space there. Make this a little bit wider so you can see everything. There we go. That works. All right. And then I can come in here and I can add things like I like to keep a list of things that I do on a specific day. So for example, the example that you see here is Thursday. And so I will give that a title. I can center it. I can table shade it. I can do all those kinds of things. And then I have a list of things that I do every day. So my morning routine, tidying up the house, kitchen, getting dressed, breakfast, vitamins, all that kind of stuff. And then also on Thursdays, I usually do a load of laundry. I'll leave space for writing what that load of laundry might be. And then Thursday is also my communications day. So I like to make calls or text people, to reach out and keep in touch with them. I tend to do that on Thursdays. And that is the day during the year when I go out and I work or check out the part of the east garden. So on the east side of the house, I have a little garden with rhododendrons and daffodils and that kind of thing. And I'll just walk through that area and see if there's any limbs broken, pick up any debris that may have fallen, that kind of thing. My gardens are on zones and I do a little bit every day. Just like I do everything else in my life, so that I don't have something, too big come up. So East Garden is on Thursday. And then also Thursday is an important day because I have to prep my videos for release on Fridays on YouTube. And I also like to do a budget review every day just to record any payrolls that may have come in or any bills that have gone out or any of those kinds of things. So I like to update that on a daily basis. So there are a few things that happen for Thursday. You get the general idea. I can just put a list in there of all of the things that I want to do. Okay. Now, you'll see here that they have little check boxes next to them. And this is the standard to-do box that I have there. But actually, I have customized my tag. So this budget review actually is a budget item. And so I can put that there as a budget task. My prep video is a crystal clear life. And so I can do that as a crystal clear life task. The East Garden is a garden task. And I can change that as well. So I have these customized tags that I use to help, again, keep me organized and know what I am doing and what area of life I am focused on. Okay? All right, so you guys get the general idea. All right. The next box over here is my projects and my prayers. Again, it is a 1-column, 8-row table. Okay, so I'm going to click over here in this other space. I'm going to go up to Insert. I'm on 1 column, and let's do 8 there and say OK. And again, I get that nested table. I can make it the full width. And the top one, I can say projects. What projects am I working on for the day? And then I could come down 1, 2, 3, and anybody that I might need to pray for the day. All right. And again, format, table shade, all of that kind of stuff, so that this box ends up looking like this box. Okay. All right. Now, you might say, but Crystal, it doesn't look exactly like that because you have extra lines in this box over here. Well, that's true. But the way that I can get rid of those extra lines is I can come here and click into one of these cells, and I can go up to the table menu, and I can go down to hide borders. And when I click hide borders, it will take away the borders of that big table that I'm clicked in. Okay, so now you see this kind of clean look that you see over here. All right, so that's very helpful, I think. All right, now moving on. Again, let me get rid of this out of the way. All the things we've done, we're finished working on. Just drop those down below. The next box that you see here is simply a box that I have drawn with the draw feature. So you go up here to the draw feature. You can choose any marker or highlighter that you would like. So if you choose a highlighter, it's going to look different than if you choose a marker, okay? And so what I do after I choose my tool is I then say shape, and I just come in and draw a box, a rectangle, whatever I'd like. When you use a highlighter, you get a thicker band at the top and bottom. If you don't like the way that that looks, you can simply get your select tool and right click and bring up pen properties. You can then change your pen properties to whatever you would like. Maybe you want to make it a different color, something like that. You can do that, okay? All right, so that is simply a box. Actually, this one I drew with a pen, so let me show you the pen box. Shapes. There we go. And there. You can see in the you can see in the pen drawn box that all of the lines are the same width, okay? And then simply over the top of that, there is a text box that says Notes and Musings. You could write whatever you want in there. It doesn't really matter. This is just a good place for me to be able to record any notes or things that I think about throughout the day. All right? Okay, let's go down to this bottom box. Guess what this is? You're right, it's a table. Let me show you how to do that. Let's get rid of these boxes. So this is a 2-column table. So again, I'm going to go up to Insert. This will be 2 columns by 1, 2, 3, 4. So a 2x4 that we're building here. And simply make it wider so it will stretch out. And all I did here is write daily wins. I think it's important to remember what was a success for the day. It may not be a giant success. It may be that you got out of bed and got dressed. And sometimes that's what you need to write down, depending on the day. It may be that you were able to take your Christmas tree down, or whatever your win was. Go ahead and write it down because it will help you feel better about yourself, okay? All right, let's make these columns a little bit wider. So a place to record a daily win, a place to record something that you're grateful for the day. What self-care item did you do today? Maybe you sat for a few minutes and watched the birds and had a cup of tea. Maybe you washed your hair and, conditioned it. Maybe you, spent 20 minutes reading your new favorite book that you got for a Christmas present. Whatever it happens to be, go ahead and write that down. And then any challenge that you had for the day. Maybe you are working on a challenge, you know, a declutter challenge or a fitness challenge or something like that. Or maybe it's a struggle that you encountered during the day and you just want to be able to record that. You know, maybe your equipment wasn't working properly, or you couldn't find your glasses, or, you know, whatever your struggle or your challenge was for the day. It's nice to write those things down because it's nice to overcome those things. All right, so same thing here, you know, format, table shading, all of that kind of stuff, you know, kind of creates a table that matches up with the one that we have down here, and it works pretty good. Okay, all right, pretty simple, I think. All right, let's get rid of that one. And back up here at the top, this is a text box. And it is a quote that I found that I liked, and it basically says, I am ready for new beginnings. Now, who said that? I don't know. It was just a random thing that I was thinking about. It's not a specific quote from a specific person, but all I did to get this look was I wrote I am and for new in one font and ready and beginnings in another, changed the size just to make it kind of look like some of the other, you know, stickers that you see and can buy, like this one down here at the bottom. Okay. Then what I did is I took another one of those free stickers from DCP Digitals. So January, let me show you that. And this sticker right here, this giant snowflake sticker, I simply copied that, took it back to my page, paste on the side, make it bigger. Okay. And when I got it about the size that I liked, I simply clicked on the graphic and did order, send to back, and that brings the font through in the front, and then you can see it. All right, so that's pretty cool. I like to be able to kind of create my own stickers. I think that's a lot of fun. All right, and then this last one here, now this is probably the trickiest one on the entire page, because you see that this container right here that I have highlighted actually has two different tables in it. One is a 3-column table, one is a 2-column table. All right, so let me show you how I did that. Go out into my working space, insert table, we'll do the first one first. 3 columns by 5, okay? And that is the one that I use for finances. So I wanted to type the date and the item. You know, it could be a deposit. It could be, you know, that I went and bought gas. It could be a receipt for food. It could be any of that. Okay. And then I went over here to amount. And so there's my 3 columns. Give myself a little bit more space for the item so that I can actually record what it is. Okay. And now again, you see the word finances is up above the table. So I'm going to click in that first cell and I'm going to hit enter, and then I can type finances and put my $3 signs. Okay. Again, center, format, table shade, all of that stuff. It's all good. Okay. All right. All right. Now to get the space to insert the next table, all I did is I came down to the bottom and I hit enter 2 times. And that jumps me out of the table and gives me this blank space down here. So for my meals, I basically did a 2-column table times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So again, creating another column, 2 by 6, and say OK. And it puts it right there. And then I can type each of the, you know, breakfast, lunch. Actually, in there, I have snack for a morning snack. And then lunch and an afternoon snack and dinner. And then total calories. Okay. All right, and again, I can make this as wide as I want. I can give myself a little bit more space in here. I can give myself space to add, you know, what I had for lunch, the total calories, however I want to do that. And again, formatting, font color, table shading, and you see that this looks very much like the one that we have there. Okay? All right. So that's it, really. When you break it down and you look at this entire page, it looks pretty complex. But if you just take it row by row or column by column and realize that these are just groups of tables that I've used and arrange them on the page. And that's one of the things that I love about being able to create these tables like this, because if I want to rearrange things, let's say I want to put, my finances and food right over here, and I want to do that next to my schedule. I can do that. That works pretty well. Or maybe I want to put it down here at the bottom. I can do that. I can move this, this notes and musings all the way to the edge if I want. Let's see. Let's play around with a different look just to give you guys an idea about how flexible this stuff can be. All right, let's highlight this whole thing, and we'll move that all the way over here to the corner. And we will put our food and finances up here next to our schedule, like that. And then let's take this priority and moods and put that here in the middle, like so. And now you kind of have a completely different look. I can also move this gratitude box down here. If I want, I can make it longer, like so. All right. So you can really, with these modules, you can really play around with how your pages look. And I think that is a great thing. Okay. I'm going to fix this back up the way that I wanted it, and I'll be right back. All right. Let's try that. And let's see. All right, so I'm going to save this page as a page template. I'm going to go up here to Insert, Page Template, and down here at the very bottom it says Save Current Page as a Template. And we're going to call this 24 January Daily, and set as default for all the pages that we create. And when we do that, we now have that set as the January daily in my templates. Okay. All right. So now you have a daily template that you can use for those busy days. If you don't want to create a page for every single day of the month, like I probably am not going to need one for every single day of the month, I simply can use this template. And when I need to make a new page, I can simply go over to the January daily template, make a copy of it. So make a copy and put that in January, make a copy. And when it comes up down at the bottom, I simply can change the date. Maybe it is January the 7th that I need one for. So there you have it. It's that easy. Okay? All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed me dissecting this page and breaking it down for you so that you could see all of the elements and actually how easy it is to put a page like this together. Again, I hope you learned something new. Give me a like, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this page. I would appreciate that. And until next time, here's hoping that you can live a more organized and simplified life through better planning. I use OneNote. Until next time. Okay, bye.